I'm happy to be here today, where we can have a bit of, discussion. So I'm waiting for people to join the live stream. I'm waiting for people to join the live stream. Do join the live stream so that we can have some discussions and we can have some meet and greet each other. Welcome everybody. I'm still waiting. I'm waiting. It's very good to wait. I'm waiting for people to join. I have some wonderful some wonderful news today. So don't miss out. Please join. Waiting for people to join. Waiting for people to join. Today we are having another live stream. We are having another live stream where we are going to share a few ideas. Hello, Dimi. Welcome, Dimi. Nice to have you here. Welcome. Nice to have you here joining the live stream. I'm really happy to see you here. How have you been? Thanks for coming. Today we are having another wonderful discussion. We are going to look at the aloe vera. You know what? I've been growing this aloe vera for a couple of months, but I wasn't doing good to eat because look at this pot. It is just growing in a small pot like this, and it was now struggling to get the sunlight because it likes sunlight. So, but look at the pot. It's a little pot, so this is not doing justice to the aloe vera. So I'm going to at the end I'm going to see what I can do about it, and that's why even the the leaves are falling off. And the aloe vera is really a beautiful house plant. I think these other leaves are stretched, they're about probably 45 centimeters or so. This particular one is really long. So it's aloe vera day today. We are going to talk about aloe vera, and in this small planter. So yeah, that it is really grown large. I was given this aloe vera by my niece, and it has been on the windowsill for some time. It always grows towards the light. So if it is on the windowsill, it will give its direction towards the light. That's why it's like this. So it was looking for light, and that's why it's curved like this. Yeah, so that's the aloe vera. So how have your day been? Distracted? Yeah, I think it was best to rotate it, but you know what? I just let it be. I didn't rotate it. And next time, I think I'll be more careful. I'll try to rotate it. So the aloe vera, the thing with aloe vera is They say it's only for some people. I don't know if people consume it, but according to what I've researched, it's um, it's best used like uh, topical, not like ingesting it. And it is said that it is not suitable for pets. So dogs and cats do not, if they consume this, it's not good for them. It's not suitable for dogs and cats. So this is my lovely aloe vera. Um, who else is coming? Let me see. Thanks, Dimi, for being the first one to join the live stream. I'm really thankful. Hi, Riley. Nice to see you here. How have you been, Riley? Today, we are going to talk about this succulent plant called the aloe vera. It is in the cactus family. It is really a beautiful plant because if you look on this leaf, the leaf is like jelly, like, you know. The leaf has these thorns, and I think because the aloe vera is drought resistant. So when you are growing it, you don't need to water it like what we do with the roses, with the other flowers, with the marigolds and so on. You just water it sparingly. You don't have to water it like all the time because it is drought resistant and it doesn't need much water really. So it is really good. It's like it self-cares. You just plant it in a tin, in a planter, you let it be, and then it just grows on its own. So the thing with my aloe vera here, um, it was looking for light, for sunlight. That's why it is killed from the little pot, from the little planter. She was just going away. I don't know where it was going. So we are going to talk about this aloe vera. Let me look at the messages. Hi, Riley. Riley says, good. What about you? I'm good, thank you. The day has been good. Um, we were expecting rains, but the sky is just gloomy. There are no rains, but there is lots of wind outside there. So Olive GT says, cool plant. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, me, I really love it. It was a present, as I've said already, from my niece. I went to her house. You know what happened? I visited her house, and this aloe vera was just there at the table. And, you know, like we always do, I gave her good compliments about aloe vera. The next time, I received the aloe vera in the post. So it was a present from my niece. So I need to look after it, really. I think that's your name. Cool plant, I love it. I think that's your name. Which name? Aloe vera. Wow, that's so cool. Yeah, it's beautiful, really. Hi, Raven. Raven investigates paranormal. Nice to see you here. I have aloe vera today, Raven. Look at that. It is going all over the place. I don't know because, like I've said, it was looking for sunlight. So where it was, it just started going on and on and on and on along the windowsill. So today the discussion is about the aloe vera. So the aloe vera is in the cactus family. It is, people, you know, love it. People like it. And people believe, you know, they believe that it has medicinal purposes. As for me, I haven't used it, you know, but I've just read around and there is this belief that aloe vera has medicinal purposes. Maybe one day I will see. I will try to maybe to find out and how it is used and maybe do that. I don't know. So that's what people believe about the medicinal purposes. So let's talk about the growing of the aloe vera. The aloe vera is a drought resistant plant, and it is best to grow it indoors. It loves growing indoors because when it's indoors and you put it on the windowsill where it can reach for the sunlight, that's what it loves. It just loves minimum, not too much sunshine, because if it is in the hot, like if it's a house plant and you put it out there where there's lots of sunshine, it can dry up. Let's see who else has joined. Hello, cable company. Nice to see you here. Hello, Phoenix. Oh, nice to see you here. Yeah, today, guys, I'm going to talk about the amazing aloe vera. And this particular one has been, like growing up to, I don't know, because it was in this small pot, in this small planter. So maybe it wasn't happy. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I need to see what I can do about it. So just to talk about, growing of the aloe vera, you can grow it as an indoor plant. It doesn't need too much watering. Um, it is sort of drought resistant because the leaves are like puffy. There's some gel inside there, and because of this thorny bits around all along the edges of the leaves, this is what makes it drought resistant. So do not water it like we do your roses or any other flowers, because it doesn't like that. All it needs is a minimum water, and all it needs is just a reasonable sunlight because of its nature. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. The cable company says, we start from Raven. Raven says, hit the show, then help me. Yeah, then help Mary Z. Thank you, Raven, for saying that. The cable company said he has liked the video. Thanks, cable. And Phoenix Fairside says, congratulations. Thank you, Phoenix. I'm joining your crew, Phoenix. You are very good at doing the lives. I wish I would be as good as you are. Phoenix is excellent at the lives. Even cable company says, hello, Dimi. Dimi was the first to be here. Thank you, Dimi. Phoenix says, live to you. Raven says, hello, Dolly. We also enjoy Dolly and Raven when they do their collaboration, which they do. NDW says, my mom used to love aloe vera just as decoration though. Yeah, just like me. That's what I was saying to Dimi, that I haven't, used it like on my skin, and because I'm still learning more about the aloe vera. Maybe one day I might use it. But out there, if you read around, people use it, they use it as in cosmetics. They use it, as a gel. Some people even use it like homemade. So I haven't tried that. So the upkeep of aloe vera, not much watering. It just needs the sunlight by the windowsill, and it will be beautiful. Look at this. Look at that. Beautiful. It doesn't want to lack sunshine. If it lacks sunshine, it will become a bit yellowish, So you need to be mindful of that. So another thing, it doesn't like frost. So if it's a house plant like this one, when frost comes, don't leave it anywhere where there's frost, because it will just dry out. So that's what happens with aloe vera. So let me read more messages. So Andy says, my mom used to love aloe vera, just his decoration though. Yeah, some people just love it as decoration because it's really a unique type of cactus. So so today I just want to lift this aloe vera from this pot. Let me lift it from this pot, from this small pot, because the mission today is to transplant this aloe vera into a bigger pot. And this is just what I want to do. And I also enjoy doing these things, planting plants, propagating them, watering them, and all sorts of things. So I just want to lift it from this pot. Let me lift it from this pot, because I've prepared a larger pot where I'm going to plant it. Oh, look at that. So this was too small for it. This planter was too small. So there goes our aloe vera. It's going to go into the new home. It's a new home. I'm going to rehome it. And it's going to go with its soil. So I'm not going to disturb this soil. I have a planter here which I've already prepared. So what I will do is just to dip it in this new planter. Just dip it there. And then because that pot was too small, maybe I can remove this leaf, because so that it has and there's another leaf here. I can remove this one as well. Just remove it. It was broken. This other leaf was broken when it was on the windowsill. So I've removed the 3 leaves. So now I need to make sure it settles in the bigger pot. So just press the soil and try to put it in the center of the planter. Hopefully it will settle in here. Maybe it will need some support so that it doesn't fall to the other side. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, that's our aloe vera. And there's another broken leaf. This one, I think I better remove it. I'll chop it, and then so that we remain with, I've removed about 4 leaves. So now we have remained with 5 leaves. Wow, this is really nice. There goes our aloe vera. The 5, oh, there are new shoots coming out as well. So it is 1, these are new, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So altogether there will be 7 leaves. So I've removed these ones, so they're sort of someone broke them when they're on the windowsill. So I've removed these 4. Yeah, I'm happy. New home for the aloe vera plants, and we are happy with that. So you can check on each other, subscribe to each other, and just to find out what your fellow men are doing in their channels. That would be a good thing to do. So let me talk about the benefits of aloe vera. Um, like I have just read around, about these benefits of aloe vera. The first one, which I think is for me, is that it is a very beautiful house plant. So you always admire looking at this aloe vera. It's beautiful, and like some people say that it is very good for medicinal purposes, which I'm going to explore about that because I haven't used aloe vera. Probably I've used it in some cosmetics, some commercial cosmetics, but I haven't used it like using like in the home, like using homemade remedies. No, I haven't used that, so I still have to look to research on that. So, but commercially, aloe vera is used in cosmetics, in shower gels, in hair products, to name a few. And sometimes we need to be mindful when we have these the plants. We need to be mindful of how we use them. And it is said that aloe vera can be toxic, sort of, is not very good for our pets, for dogs and cats. So we need to be careful. That's why it's best to just to put it somewhere where it's a bit safe, and and leave it there. It's not very good for our pets. And sometimes some people, if you maybe you try to use it topically, or like applying on your skin, you never know, some people might be allergic to it, so it's worth not taking chances. Be careful when it comes to allergies. But as a house plant, it's beautiful. Look at that. As a house plant, it's beautiful. I love aloe vera. Then Raven says, "You still waiting, Dolly?" Okay. We can talk about. Let's talk about. I just want to say, when I got this plant, I put it on the windowsill, and I was just watering it sparingly, which it likes, and because it needs moderate watering. And some people say it's not good for oral intake. Some people say that, and that's why I'm saying we need to be mindful of how we use aloe vera. So my aloe vera is planted now. So when I water it today, I'm not going to water it for maybe several weeks. So I'm going to water it today and leave it and let it be, and see how it goes. So does any one of you have any aloe vera products, or do you use aloe vera? Let me see. Maybe I forgot to. I did read some of the messages. Yeah, let me start from here. Distracted says hello to Guy, and the cable said, "Hey Dimi." Phoenix says live to you. Raven said hello, darling. I think I read that one. Oh, we have 6 likes, which is really good. I'm happy for that. 6 likes is awesome. And said, thank you for sharing, Mary. Have a great day by chat. Thank you, NDW. Thanks for that. Yeah. So we will we can talk about, you know, how you can plant this aloe vera. Sometimes it will produce some suckers at the where the stem is. So if you're lucky, it can produce some suckers. You can take those little suckers and grow them. And sometimes, if you are lucky, you can have the aloe vera flowering. So it also has beautiful flowers when it flowers. So this is the cactus family, which is full of beauty. So people love its flowers sometimes. And when you feel that you are not allergic to aloe vera, obviously use aloe vera in moderation. You need to take care of how you use aloe vera gel. So I can just again talk about the structure. Aloe vera has the thorny edges of the skin of the leaf, thorny edges. This is a way to sustain drought, so it doesn't need much water because of this other characteristic of thorny leaf edges. And the aloe vera has thick leaves, so it doesn't lose water too much. That's why we need not to water it like all the time. We need to water aloe vera sparingly. So aloe vera needs well-drained soils. You know, loose soil like this, loose soil. This enables the water to drain without any hassle, so to say. So it needs well-drained soils. Aloe vera needs sunlight, so we need to put it at a position, usually by the windowsill, or if you have a table where sunshine always creeps through, you can always put the aloe vera at a table, on a table, I mean, windowsill, table, corner table, you know, as long as there's sunlight creeping through. Hello, Judy Aram. Hello. Nice to see you here, Judy. Yeah, I have already replanted it, Jimmy. Look, I've already replanted it. Remember, it was in this small pot planter. So now I've given it freedom. It's now in the larger planter. So that's what I've done today. I've planted it. And I've made sure that the soil is quite loose. Judy said hello. Hello, nice to see you here. Nice to see you here, Judy. We have yeah, we can stay here for some time, and maybe more people will join. Let's see what will happen. Yeah, in the meantime, I can talk about the weather today. Today, it has been like in the morning, it went so cold. Imagine, um, and we were not expecting it to be cold. So it went so cold that we were maybe thinking of using the heating system, central heating, but of course I had to restrain myself from using the central heating system. Well, it seems to be too early for cold. Although today is the 17th, but it's too early for central heating to be in use. So I did restrain myself from using central heating. Today it has been cloudy the whole day. Probably it's going to rain later on, but there's a cool breeze out there, which is quite comfortable, and uh, it's not raining, so it's really nice to go for a walk at the time being. Distracted say 83 here. Oh, is it? But here you can go outdoors for a walk because it's not that bad. It's really good. So we are expecting. I think this is autumn now. We are approaching autumn, and we are expecting the temperatures to change now. So this is all I can say about the weather today. I don't know, maybe tomorrow or tonight it will be raining. Dimi, is it raining over there? Is it raining? Yeah, it was raining yesterday, but today just some showers. But today it's not raining. We can also talk about what we can plant during this time of the year. Some people recommend uh, planting, frost-resistant plants. So this one is a good choice, the aloe vera. So you can plant the aloe vera and the other, like maybe plants, the green plants, the shrubs. Some of them can resist the cold. So you just have to look for those which can, survive during the upcoming winter. But when it comes to vegetables, most people do sow the brassicas, the cabbages, the kale, the cauliflower, what else? The Swiss chard, the spinach, you know. Most people do sow those brassica family during this time because they do very well. Yeah, when it is cold, um, I do go to the allotment, to the garden. The most important thing I do during this time when it's cold is adding more manure, preparing the beds or the portion for the next crops, and also during this time, like if you plant your brassicas, your cabbage, they can survive the cold. If you plant the kale, it can go on throughout the cold. So you just maintain those crops, and the onion as well. The onion sort of likes the cold temperatures. So you can do the onion, the cabbage, the kale, what else? And the broccoli, you can try it as well. But otherwise, during the cold spell, the main thing is to prepare the portions, to put the manure, and just to be on top of weeding. So you just go on top of weeding. You don't want the weeds to be to accumulate before summer comes, you know. So weeding and growing brassicas and growing the onion. That's what we do during this cold spell. So that's what I do. Do you have garden, Dimi? Do you have garden? Hi, Betty's Corner. Lovely to see you here, Betty. How have you been? Uh, Dimi says she doesn't have a garden. Yeah, I used not to have a garden. It's only recently that I now have a garden. I just used to maybe to grow one or two flowers in the house, but now I do have a push what we call here an allotment. So it is my first year to have this allotment, so I'm really excited, you know, to have this allotment. Oh, that's nice. Betty's Corner says I'm great. Oh, nice to see you. Nice to hear that, Betty. Distracted me imagery says hi, Betty. So Betty, I was just showing people my beautiful aloe vera, and I was talking about how you can grow it. So this particular one has been growing in a small pot like this. So I just transferred it to this bigger pot. So I don't know if you like aloe vera. Yeah, distracted say the allotment is interesting. Yeah, I have really liked this allotment because I can grow various types of crops, and especially like crops like tomatoes. I really love to grow those because when they ripe, they they really give me some, you know, some joy, you know. Also, I really love growing some pumpkins. Pumpkins are also my favorite because the way they spread out and then bring these big, big fruits, it's really satisfying as well. I also like growing, what is that like? Some greens, you know, like kale. Among the greens, I think kale is my favorite because when the kale, especially the dark kale, when it is growing, it doesn't need much care, you know. It's not like delicate like cabbage. Cabbage can be really temperamental because pests like cabbage, but with kale you can be, you know, you can have a good harvest from kale. Although sometimes we have butterflies which love the kale. So butterflies usually come and they lay their eggs on the kale, and then the eggs hatch into some larvae, and these larvae are the ones which will eat up the kale. So that's the other you know, problem we have with butterflies, but we can't help it because the butterflies are also good for the environment, you know. It's like double standards, you know. If we say we want to terminate but we can't terminate butterflies, we let them come by, but the only thing you can do is to cover your kale with some some flannel so that you protect the kale. So Betty says, let me see. Um, Betty says, yes, I have that plant. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, it's a beautiful plant. I love it so much. And Betty says, Distracted said, do you do anything with pumpkin seeds? Um, if the pumpkin seeds are still tender, you can boil them and add them to some soup. If the pumpkin seeds have matured and are a bit tough, you can just roast them in the oven and and just enjoy them as a snack. If the pumpkin is still tender, when you cook the pumpkin, you can just leave the seeds there and enjoy the pumpkin together with the seeds. But otherwise, you need to usually to reserve some of the pumpkin seeds for the next growing season. So you can always um, scoop them from the pumpkin, and then you wash them in a sieve and then let them dry by the windowsill. So you are in that way you are preserving the pumpkin seeds. So that's what we do with the pumpkins. Betty said, hi, distracted me says, I love kale. Yeah, kale is really delicious, and it's easy to prepare. Some people just, they do boil it slightly, steam it, and some people love like giving it a little fry, you fry it. It's really delicious. Distracted says, oh, okay. Yeah, that's what we do with the pumpkin seeds. So in the garden, I also love growing some cucumbers. Cucumbers are also my favorite. I love growing cucumbers. They are very easy to grow as long as you don't like cucumbers do not love to be, they love watering. You need to water them, and you need to apply manure, on the day of planting. You dig a hole, and then you scoop the soil out. You apply a lot of organic manure, and then you plant your cucumber seedling. It will produce the cucumbers within a short period of time. So that's the other crop I love growing. I love growing cucumbers. Distracted, they said, oh, okay. So that's what I can say about cucumbers. And the other crop which I'm growing in the allotment is this vegetable called Swiss chard. Swiss chard is a vegetable. It's like it is in the spinach family. The leaves are really tender, and when it starts growing, it will never, you can always keep on, harvesting it. It gives you the vegetables, the greens, non-stop. It is really good to grow. The only thing I find about Swiss chard is that it has a white blade, and a white stalk. So when you try to cook the white stalk, the white leaf stalk together with the blade, sometimes you feel that the two do not go together well. because the white stalk becomes a bit tough compared to the green part of the leaf. So you have to chop off chop off the white stalk and cook it separately, and you cook the green part separately. This is how you can really enjoy Swiss chard. Oh, thank you for joining Chana Z Twist. Thanks for joining. Betty's Corner says, I love the way you farm. You farm what you eat. Yeah, it's the first year of avoiding going to the supermarket. It's the first year of avoiding going all the time to the supermarket. So with this farming which we just started, I am really happy because imagine I've grown some cucumbers and I've grown some pumpkins and I have a continuous supply of greens like kale and Swiss chard. I'm really happy, with that. It was just a trial thing, and I'm really finding it so amusing. And it is so, when you go to that allotment, there's lots of, like there's fresh air and there are lots of people there. You make friends with other people there, and sometimes uh, the like the other people, they show you how they are doing their planting and so on. You share ideas, so it's really nice. Okay, let me read the messages. Chanazi says, hello, Sis Mary. Oh, hello, Chanazi. It's lovely to have you here. Chanazi says, like 10. Yeah, that's beautiful. I'm really happy and for that. Chanazi says, hi, everyone. Chanazi said, sis, I am cooking, please, but just listening to you talk. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, I can. Yeah, that's lovely to hear you say that. Chanazi says, aside avoiding to go to the supermarket, it is usually very healthy. Yeah, in this allotment of hours, I say hours because I'm doing this farming with my sister. So we have decided that we are not going to buy any fertilizer, like um, chemical fertilizer. We are not going to use fertilizers in our crops. So all we do is we try to have organic manure, and this is just a try. We are going to see what will happen. But this first growing year, we never used any fertilizers, but the crops were doing fine. All we had to do was to look for some organic manure and use that. We also are lucky because the allotment is near some stables. Some people there have stables, so we can always get access to some horse manure. So if you mix the horse manure with the plant, like the mulch and so on, you get very good manure. So this is all we are using. We are not going to buy any chemical fertilizers. Aside avoiding to go to this one, it is really, so like I've explained. China C is saying, if you grow your own crops, you know what you are using, and the crops, end up being really good, very healthy, and it's a form of getting some organic produce. And yeah, of course, you can get organic produce in the supermarkets, but bear with me, whenever like a tomato is labeled organic, it is expensive. Even all organic produce are more expensive than the ordinary ones. So why not growing our own organic? I know we can't grow everything, but the few we can grow, I think it's quite a good idea. So we are trying to make all our crops organic. Raven is said that your allotment is awesome, Mary. Yeah, thank you for saying that. And we are really happy with the allotment. And it's like a pastime, we just go there to feel the breeze and just to be away from technology. Sort of to be away from the technology, we go there to the allotment. The only this year there was drought, so we really worked hard because whenever we went there, we were watering the crops. Yeah, that's what we were doing most of the time. But we managed to do that. And now the rains have come now. It's now raining over here. When all our crops, have all matured. So the weather can be temperamental sometimes. And that is one thing about growing your own crops. You need to just be on the lookout of the weather, weather patterns. For example, now it's going to be, we are approaching autumn, and soon it will be winter. And the winter over here, we are thinking of snow falling, So when the snow falls, only a few frost-resistant plants will survive. But however, we won't give up. We will keep on going there even during winter, unless there's heavy snow. But anytime we find the opportunity, we go to the allotment. So when winter comes, we'll see which will be the crops doing well. We'll see. So Chanazi and others who haven't seen this aloe vera, this is the aloe vera which I was showing today. The aloe vera has been growing in a small pot like this. See, it was growing here. So I wasn't doing good for it. So today I managed to sort of to plant it in a new bigger larger pot. So now it is here now. This is my beautiful aloe vera, and I have already said that it is in the cactus family. It is a plant which is drought resistant. That's why it has the aloe vera. Look at that. It has these thorny like spikes. According to those who study these plants, if a plant has these thorny like structures, it is a way of limiting loss of water from the leaves. And the leaves are full of gel. Oh, they are full of gel. So there's gel in these leaves. Let me just wash one of these leaves and show you the gel. It's really amazing. Let me show you. Just a minute. So I washed the leaf. I want to open it and show you what it looks like. So I have the leaf here. We want to see what it looks like. So I've chopped this leaf from the bigger from the plant. So let's see what is inside here, because they say there's gel in there. I haven't used it like homemade, this aloe vera. I have never used it like homemade, but I've heard that people love it. They use it, like homemade. But me, I haven't. Look at that. Look at that. That's the gel. So I want to peel the leaf. Let me peel the leaf. I do it carefully because I don't want to chop my fingers. So that's the leaf of the aloe vera. Yeah. Aloe vera, we always find aloe vera products in the supermarket, but I haven't made any homemade products myself. But I've seen aloe vera cosmetics, some shower gel, aloe vera shower gel, aloe vera shampoo, some lotion with, oh, look, look, you can easily peel it like this. Wow, that's amazing. Hey, look, the gel. Oh, it's coming out. Let me show you the gel. So there's gel there coming out. Let me scoop it. So this is the gel which they use in cosmetics.